First of all, congratulations to the first 4 classes that started with Waubonsee Valley High School. You people were an original group. You don't find too many high schools that start out in the middle of a cornfield. You had no outdoor facilities. And I can still remember Mr. Hill, in order to get to the main office, he had to walk a plank from the 2nd floor to get to the main office. We were always worried about him falling off the plank. So it took us like 2-3 years to really finish the building, and then shortly after that we had to add on again. But the thing is, I can remember one example in physical education. We used to say you had 2 choices. You can either lift weights or play ping pong.
Hey, what about roller skate? We went to the roller rink, remember?
We went to the roller rink, so that was kind of funny too.
Right.
We had 7th and 8th graders here, and Mr. Gibbs can correct me on this later when this is shown, but I think we had maybe 180 or 90 high school students, or 175, something like that. We had a band, small band, like maybe it was just a pep band, I can't remember.
It was small.
But everything we did, we were just at a lower level than the rest of the schools in our conference.
It'd be nice if we could have drank beer back then while we were playing.
Well, I'm sure some of the guys did.
Well,
I'm sure some of them
probably did. It would have made it a lot easier, that's for sure. We couldn't have played any worse if we were
take care of the nerves.
That's for darn sure. Who's the biggest character from the first 4 years that you can remember? Either a student, teacher, peripheral connection to the high school, anyone? I mean, I personally might say it was Mr. Stevens with the wigs that he used to wear in class.
Another character that I really liked, and everybody liked him, was Mr. Grill. He was funny. Another group of people that really should be praised are the teachers that were hired at Waubonsee Valley. Talking about academically and all of our teachers and staff members, I think all of us work together real well. If you're going to come to Waubonsee Valley High School and take the job, you're going to have a positive attitude. Hey, I'm talking about getting beat.
That's tough.
91 to nothing. Disgrace of the area.
Oh, it was 88, wasn't it?
88.
Nobody
Maybe
ever
it
broke
wasn't
90
that bad. I think they called the game off.
For God's sakes, that was the combined score.
I know, and Bob Mangley down at Morris one time, he got so mad he was getting beat 80-something to 18. And
at the halftime.
Yeah, and Davey got
so... He scared me. He broke a blackboard, I think.
Yeah.
Did you have to pay
and
that back?
Yeah, well, I think I did.
He came from a Catholic school,
right,
too, for God's sake.
But you know what I did? We had Kokan at running back. Kokan, you know, so Matt calls a play. He says, let's run a dive up the middle.
Yeah.
And so Kokan, most of the time he came off the field, his helmet was like this. He was looking through the ear hole.
Oh, yeah.
He ran, he went right through the line, he ended up in the end zone. He says, Matt, my God, we scored. Matt says, no. He says, look at the linebacker from Geneva got the handoff, and he went 90 yards.
That was Millar.
We're a disgrace in the area.
Did you go through any therapy during that time, Coach?
Yeah, I was going to say drugs. You know, I got on drugs, and the coaches were on drugs, but no.
You broke the athlete's code during that time,
we broke the code. We tore that up, cut it up.
Yeah, we knew you were breaking it. We could tell by the way you guys were talking to us in practice. How the heck does it feel to have a football stadium named after you, and you're still, at least alive? As far as I can see, you're alive and kicking.
Well, it was an honor. It was an honor. You know, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect anything like that. It was a nice honor. I will never forget it. Well, you're only as good as your staff. And like Tom Gibbs and the school board did a great job in hiring staff here. I think everything we did here was on a positive note.
Coach Clendenning here. Of course, you'll probably see on some of the film, I had more hair back then, you know, so you guys didn't lose my hair. It was probably the 1980s that my hair started, when I started coaching girls, my hair left me. We used to run down Route 34, right in the middle of the road, and once in a while we look for traffic once in a while. And I remember the first year we were open, Fred Johnson, we used to, when he had wrestling practice, we'd go out in the library and pick up some library shelving, move it, and then he would roll out his wrestling mats. Had some challenging times those first few years at Waubonsee, but they were great years, and large building, not that many people running around, and you got to know everyone and got to see everyone about every day.
Winter of '79, I think it was December, we got snowed in. For those of us who stayed overnight, I got tired. I said, can I say it?
Yeah.
This is bullshit. I need some sleep. So I went downstairs, found the driver's ed car, and crashed in the driver's ed car. And I don't know what time it was, but it was dark down there. And the door swings open, and lo and behold, it's Mr. Betts, and I think I scared the shit out of him. You know, he didn't realize I was in the driver's ed car sleeping, but we exchanged a few words, and you know, he jumped in the front seat, and I was in the back seat, and we finished up that night. Waking up at about 5 o'clock in the morning, getting breakfast ready for those of us who stayed overnight. Probably one of the most funniest parts I can remember